Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rendy Pansu, and this is my seminar proposal for the title is Manipulation Language by in Animal Form. So let's begin. The background. The reason I choose this topic is simply because the Animal Farm book is pretty interesting to me. The first time I read the book, it really amazed me at how the story goes at first glance. From the cover, I honestly thinking that this would be a boring animal story like other animal-based film I've watched before. But turns out the words "don't judge a book by its cover" hits me pretty well. The importance, the research highlight the, this research highlight how manipulative language in animal form reflects real-world discourse, especially in politics, media, and propaganda. It aims to increase awareness of how language can be used to control and influence people. Feasibility. This research is feasible due to the availability of extensive sources and previous studies on animal farm and linguistic manipulation. I think that there are many references and articles for me to find to research this study. The novelty. While many studies have analyzed Animal Farm, fewer focus specifically on the manipulative language and its connection to modern discourse. My research aims to fill that gap. The urgency, the study remains highly relevant in the digital age, where manipulative language is prevalent in social media, linguistic, and fake news. Understanding these tactics can help people develop critical thinking skills and resist manipulation. Research question. First, exploring the manipulation language used throughout the book and the impact at the end of the book, by the end of the book. Second, identifying the connection between the book and the real world in current era. Objective. First, analyzing how manipulative language affects the thoughts of behaviors of the animals, leading them to accept and even support their own exploitation. Second, identifying connection between the manipulative language used in animal form and real-world political speech, propaganda, and social control. Significance of this research is to know how dangerous can manipulative language be in the wrong hand, and also by knowing the danger we may can prevent to be affected by all means, and perhaps to provide a countermeasure to this manipulative language. Theoretical background. For the manipulative language theory, I used Grice P. in 1975, Propaganda by Joe O'Donnell in 2018, CDA or Critical Discourse Analysis by Norman F. in 1995, and lastly, Totalitarian Regime by Yuh 2016. And then theoretical framework. This is show how the theory before connect each other. Manipulative language is a linguistic strategy used to control others' thoughts, belief, or action without them fully realizing it. And propaganda is slightly above that. Deliberate manipulation of information to influence public opinion and behavior. CDA, developed by Norman Fakelow, examine how language maintains and enacts power structures in society, where the state or a leader exercise absolute control over all aspects of life. So this is way above the manipulative. And propaganda is deliberate manipulation of information to influence public opinion and behavior. So yeah, this propaganda is after the someone have taken control of something after the totalitarianism aspect. Research design. My research design are using qualitative research method by identifying and selecting the phrases used and examining the collected data for pattern. Source of data. My primary source is the ebook version of the novel Animal Farm because I don't have the physical book of it. And the secondary source of data is the articles, journals, and all anything that talk about this book or manipulation linguistics. Data collection procedures. Focus on the meaning and interpretation. Here, I explore how certain lines reveal manipulation, power dynamics, and propaganda. Second, contextual understanding. Understanding the events, character, and the novel's political allegory, and connection to the real-world event like the Russian Revolution. Third, subjective nature. Here, some readers might see a character's statement or a line as a simple lie, but through the lens of manipulative linguistics, a deeper meaning can be uncovered. By analyzing the intent behind words, we can identify manipulation tactics used in metaphor, used by the pigs in Animal Farm. Data analysis. First is critical reading. I read Animal Farm from start to finish, paying close attention to the motivation and strategies used by the pigs to manipulate others and other animals, and examine how and why the pigs are gradually take over the farm and how their use of language plays a crucial role in their rise to power. Second, content analysis. After identifying key lines and slogans, uh, I can analyze their frequency and impact on the other animals, such as four legs is good and two legs is bad, or Napoleon always right. This step allows me to categorize different manipulative tactics such as fear, repetition, distortion of truth, and emotional appeal. 3. Identifying key lines. After analyzing individual phrases, I connect them to larger themes like propaganda, power, and political control. I assess how the pig's use of language reflects real-world political and media manipulation. Last, I evaluate the progression of manipulation, noting how it intensifies throughout the book. Like from the Seven Commandments, some animals are more equal than others. And so, lastly, this is the references. There is a lot of reference I used, but these are mainly I focused on. There's Alexei Miller in 2018, Isaac Kopova 2013, Jawad J.S. and O'Donnell 2019, and Les Bretkanis and Aronson 2002. Alright, that is all for my presentation in seminar proposal. Thank you very much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.